Matthew, from the right perspective, does this concern you?
I think it's fantastic.
I thought you might.
You know, the Labour Party in the UK has tried this before with Michael Foot in the early 1980s, and he did more even than the Argentine junta to get Margaret Thatcher her second term. So he will be a disaster if he becomes leader of the British Labour Party.
That the same thing happens on the right, though, that all the politicians on the right become more centrist. They all become the Joyces, the McCulleys, all doing deals, and there's no, you know, politicians are...
Well, does Winston Peters soak up the...
But I'm talking about political science, not ideology, Bryce. And what I think here is that we have, to a certain degree, seen this with the New Zealand Labour Party. What was the Cunliffe experiment about? He held the red roses above his head and declared that there would be socialism. You know, then we've got a union...
We've got fan politics
now we've got a union boss running the Labour Party. And I think the common thing here is it's when you give party members the say to elect the leadership, things start to go wrong and you start to choose these extremist leaders.
Start having people participating in politics.
No, you don't, because the people who belong to political parties tend to have more extreme political views than most voters. If National had given its party members the vote for the leadership through the years, we would have had Ruth Richardson, not Jim Bolger, and we would have lost the 1990 election. So, you know, what we've seen is the Labour Party committing suicide.
If Jeremy Corbyn gets in, how do you see this playing out?
Oh, it's just a disaster. It'll be 1983 all over again.
I think we'll wait and see what happens. I think there's actually a mood shift and that people are tired of the rhetoric of the trickle-down economics, and there is a shift going on away from neoliberal market economics and neoliberalism towards people saying, hang on a second, we actually want a society that cares for all its people.
You see, there's not really outside Twitter. You see, the thing is that it really was the end of history in 1990. Liberal open markets, liberal democracy really did triumph over stages
until the global financial crisis,
and then they have. But what's that? That was only 25 years ago, and people on the left wish that wasn't true. And when there's a blip in the financial system, like with the global financial crisis, they dream that maybe 1990 didn't happen, and socialism and can rise again, but it can't because it's been dead for 25 years. It's proven that it doesn't. This isn't just about ideology, Matthew. This is actually about a new way of doing politics that isn't just about him moving to the left. It's about getting rid of the spin doctors that you're involved in, sure. He's quoting from a book. He's basing his political philosophy on a book written by Karl Marx in the 19th century.
Oh, nonsense. It's not Marxist economics. It's actually just socialism. And it's socialism that says
and it was proven
the resources of the country are earned by all of us,
and it doesn't work.
Not just by a few.
And it leads
also bringing soul back into politics. It's lost by...
Is that soul and stuff you're talking about purely idealism, though?
Yeah, we need more idealism in politics, absolutely.
But does the electorate vote on idealism?
It does, and if you look at what's happening with Corbyn, he's actually getting support across the political spectrum, ironically. So from UKIP, Green voters, even Conservatives are actually saying, hey, this guy's interesting.
He's a definite possibility to take that leadership, isn't he? Not so much Bernie Sanders?
I think the weight of corporate money will make the difference there. Would that be?
I don't think that Sanders will get there in the end, but
Hillary Clinton's war
I mean, for goodness' sake, if it would be absolutely terrible if it was Trump versus Sanders. I mean, do we really want these nutters involved in politics?
Oh, wouldn't it be the greatest reality show in history?
Well, it would be that.
Fantastic.
It'd be great for ratings. It would be great for ratings.
Yeah, all right.